Are myself, Bob Early, and to my left, Jay Minkara. Can I get a motion to waive the reading of the public minutes from the Board of Assessors meeting held on Thursday, August 17th? Accept them and place them on file.
So moved.
Can I get I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Can I get a motion to waive the reading of the non-public minutes from the Board of Assessors meeting held on Thursday, August 17th, accept them and place them on file?
So moved.
I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, nay. Okay, next, for old business, we have none. New business items. Greg, you have one abatement, I believe?
Yes, I do. This is 6 Great Stone Drive. It is an abandoned manufactured home. The people that owned it passed away. The park management is going to be removing it and replacing it with a new one. And this is just to clear up the taxes and get things going.
Okay, any questions?
No.
Okay, can I get a motion to accept the abatement for the property at 6 Great Stone Drive?
So moved.
I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Is that the only one, Greg?
That is, thank you.
Very good, thank you. Okay, next. Public comment? Yes, sir. Yep, I think that one works.
I don't know if that one works.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did.
That one? On the stand?
Yeah, you put it.
No.
Morning. My name is Bill Ferrio. My home is number 35, Indian Rock Road. So you might remember that I spoke with you a couple times in the last few months. The last time was when I explained how my abatement request was not done fairly because the city used appreciated sales figures instead of the baseline sales figures that Vision used in their model. So I think you promised to get back to me after that. I didn't hear anything. I sent email twice to the board reminding me that I was waiting on this, but I still didn't get a response. I afterwards discovered that the city wrote a response to my explanation. So I read what Greg wrote, and I listened to your response to it from the minutes of that meeting, and I thought about it some more. And after all that, I'm now even more convinced that what was done in processing my appeal was totally unfair and totally inequitable. Remember, what happened was that I discovered an error, an inequity in the assessment of my property when Vision's model was used. When I compared it to recent sales, which is how it was developed, there was a significant error. So my appeal was basically a report to the city of that error. The city agreed with me that there was an error, that the Vision database, that the Vision model was incorrect in processing the assessment of my home. It wasn't equitable, it wasn't fair. So the city agreed, and you approved their agreement that there was an error. So instead of fixing the error by correcting the Vision model, the city uses a different process. I understand that it'd be difficult to go back and fix the Vision model. So this different process, it doesn't use recent sales data. It uses inflated and appreciated sales data with no real basis for the appreciation factor. So anybody that doesn't appeal their Vision assessment has their properties compared to recent sales data. Anybody that does appeal, such as myself, has their properties compared to inflated, appreciated sales figures. It's like a punishment. It's like a penalty. So for example, assume one guy had his property compared to a house that sold for $500K, and the Vision model gave an accurate assessment. He has no errors. Another guy who discovered errors in his Vision assessment has his property compared to the same house as part of the appeal, but now that house is $550K. How is that ever going to be fair and equitable? It's just not right. It's not fair. It's not equitable to use unequal sales data. So I read Greg's stuff, and he basically copied some definitions of different methods of appraisals. And you can use whatever method you want, whatever process you want. But to correct an error, which is what everybody agreed happened here, there was an error in the vision model in assessing the value of my home, by adding a penalty, it's never going to be equitable. And then the last sentence of what he wrote says, I want to read this to you. The only point of argument in this matter is the overall value of the property. And I'm not sure why he used the word only. The overall value of my property and any other property in the city and the state is not an only. That shouldn't be belittled. Determining the overall value of our properties is a huge task in this city and state. That's a huge responsibility. It's not an only. That doesn't sound like a serious response to my issue. So I ask you again, please remove the penalty that was added to my appeal. Compare my property to recent sales data, as was done for almost everybody else. I understand I have other options and other avenues to appeal this, but I decided to ask you once more. I truly believe if this is presented to another party, they're going to agree with me. Please fix it now. Thanks.
Okay, we'll take your requests under advisement, and if someone will get back to you on that.
Thank you.
Okay, any other public comment? I don't see anyone else. Comments by members of the board? Jay?
I have none.
Nor do I. At this time, I'd like to go into non-public session.